Hello, Assalamu alaikum students. This is your teacher Azka and I teach business and accounting to O and A level students. So, student, this is my new video and this is for paper 1 AS levels business variant 2 May June 2025. So, have solved all the questions as you can see. We are going to discuss this and you can download its paper from the internet very easily. You can download it from the Dynamic website and also Cambridge official website. It's available everywhere now because the result has been announced and after that the paper has been published. Okay. So first of all, as you can see, student, we have the very first question where what we need to do. Okay. So my first question is the define the term mission statement. So since students a two-mark question, so and there you just need to write a precise definition for this question. That's it. So a mission statement is a written a declaration of a business overall purpose and in main aims. It explains that what the business does and what it seeks to achieve. So everything is basically is in the mission statement. And the next question is the for the three marker, where we need to explain the one disadvantage to a business of having the CSR as a business objective. So here we have to write the knowledge and we have to apply the answer, and we also need to analyze the question. So one disadvantage is that it can increase the cost for the business. So as you can see that we just write the knowledge. For example, spending over the environmentally friendly production method. So this is a kind of application and how this will affect the business. So which may reduce profits available to reinvest or distribute to the shareholders. So this is how we just explain the disadvantage. Next question is define the term involuntary redundancy. So against students, we here we have to just define the term. So involuntary redundancy occurs when an employee is dismissed because their job role is no longer needed and they did not choose to leave the business themselves. This is called the involuntary redundancy. And then we have again the theme of the question that explain one way a business could use the employee development to encourage a multi-skill skilling. So business could provide training programs so that the employees learn to carry out different tasks and roles, which increase, of course, the flexibility and it allows them to cover for absent colleagues or meet changes in the demand. Next question is define the term inventory reorder level. So it's really easy. The inventory reorder level is a level of stock at which a business place a new order for more inventory. That at that place you are probably calling to your supplier to to reorder the inventory. Next question explain the one advantage to a business of holding the buffer inventory. So holding buffer inventory meaning that the minimum amount of inventory you should hold. So what will be its advantage? So holding the buffer inventory means that the business has extra stock available, so it can continue production or sales if deliveries from suppliers are delayed or helping to avoid the lost customers and sales. Question number 5, where we need to analyze one reason that why a business may use a cost-based pricing. So here we need to write the proper application as well. So a business may use cost-based pricing to ensure that all costs are covered, and by adding a markup to production cost, the business guarantees that each product sold contributes to profit. And this business the risk of making loss. For example, if a business cost is $10 to make and the business adds a 50% markup, so selling price is $15. So ensuring the $5 cost profit per unit. And but however, this approach ignores the competitor prices and customer demand and which may limit the sales if prices are set too high. Next, we have the 8 marker question where we need to analyze the two disadvantages of employees of an autocratic management style. So here I have selected the question number one question, where we have the choice to select any one. So first of all, we need to write that what does it mean autocratic management style. So an autocratic management style is where the manager makes decisions alone and expects the employees to follow instructions without input. And one disadvantage is that employees may feel demotivated because they are not involved in decision making and have little say in how they work. For example, in a fast food restaurant, workers may only follow the strict routines set by managers, which can make the job feel repetitive and boring. As you can see that I have added the example as well, and this can reduce the job satisfaction and may lead to the higher labor turnover. Communication is one way, so employees cannot share ideas and feedback. And for instance, in a clothing factory, since we don't have the case study, so that's why we can use the annual journal application here. So workers may spot better or safer ways of working, but are not allowed to suggest changes. So this could causes frustration and reduce the creativity in the workplace. Next, students, we have the 12 marker question that the contribution of managers to business performance in a hospital is less important than that of the medical employee. So we have to agree with this statement and we have to disagree with this statement as well. So first of all, I have made my one point for the advantage of the medical employees. So first of all, I made my point that medical employees are vital because they directly affect the patient care and outcomes. Then I explained this that their decisions and skills immediately influence the whether patients recover or not. And then I have put my example means my application. So for instance, if a doctor diagnoses an illness correctly and a nurse provides the right treatment, so patient satisfaction and hospital reputation improves. Then again, I just link this question to answer the question. So this suggests that medical employees have a greater direct impact on hospital performance than managers. Then I have made the point to then I'm going to write my point three where I'm going to write the advantage of the managers. So first of all, I made my point that managers are crucial because they organize resources and staff. And then I have to explain that by planning the rotas, purchasing systems, and controlling budgets, we allow medical employees to focus on the delivering care. And then I've added example that, for example, if hospital managers ensuring enough staff are on night shift prevents delays in treatment. And this shows, and I just link back this answer to the question that this shows the managers make an important indirect contribution to business performance. Then I have right to point four as well, the disadvantage for the managers. So first of all, I have made my point that managers do not directly treat patients. However, so their decisions help operations run smoothly, but they cannot personally improve the patient healthcare outcomes. For instance, a well-organized rota is pointless if a doctor misdiagnoses a patient. So this limits the extent to which managers can influence hospital performance compared to the medical employees. Now the examiner want a proper judgment. That's why I have written the judgment as well. That both managers and medical employees contribute to hospital performance in different ways. Medical staff may have the great impact because they directly affect patient health and satisfaction, and which is main source of measure of success. However, without strong management providing sources and organization, their effectiveness would be limited. So overall, the contribution of both is interdependent. But medical employees may be slightly more important to the hospital performance. So this is it from my side. We just done with the paper one variant two, May June 2025 paper. Allah Hafiz.